Hey, what's going on YouTube? Coming back at you guys with another video of my gaming PC that's been in a work in progress over the last month or so. If you watch my original video, I was saying that I wasn't going to water cool it, but that didn't last. Once you have water cooling and you get the temperatures and the aesthetics of it, you kinda can't live without it. So I have water cooled this computer now with a Koolance water cooling system. If you're going to water cool your system, I highly recommend Koolance. They make great products. If you've seen my videos before, I apologize, but I'm going to go through the specs one more time just really quickly. For my processor, it's the Intel Core i7-2600K. I got 16 gigs of Vengeance RAM, also by Corsair at 1600 megahertz. I've got two GTX680s in SLI. They're the EVGA, you can't really see it there, they're the EVGA GTX680 Superclocks. One's got a Koolance block on it and one's just got the stock cooler. For my power supply, I got the HX850 Corsair. And then for my hard drives, I've got an Intel SSD, a Corsair SSD, and then a 1TB Western Digital drive. The motherboard is a P8Z77-V by Asus. And I'm trying to think if I missed anything here, and I don't think so. So anyway, my cooling loop is as follows. It comes out of here in this CD drive bay pump reservoir combo by Koolance. The fluid comes out down here, up into a 120mm radiator, which is actually mounted on the back of the system. I mounted it on the back of the system just basically for space. I didn't want to have a big tangled mess of tubing. I wanted to keep it as neat as possible. So then once it leaves that radiator, it comes out into this GTX680 right here, out up to the 2600K water block, or I should say the CPU water block, and then out into a 240mm radiator, and then back into the reservoir. One thing I gotta say about Koolance is, I mean, their prices are a little high. You're gonna pay a premium, but you get what you pay for. I mean, absolutely. I know people say that all the time, and it's annoying, but it's completely true with Koolance. Like, for example, these fittings right here, they run about $7 or $8, but I mean, when I got them in the mail, I couldn't believe how heavy they are. They're like industrial strength compression fittings. Like, I mean, I have no worry that this thing is gonna leak at all. I mean, I actually put a fitting in and then made a mistake and tried to get it off, and I could not pull it off. I had to physically cut it out. The only place that I would be worried about getting leaks is actually where it's connected, but still, I mean, they have really high quality O-rings, and I'm really not worried about this system leaking at this point. I mean, it would take a lot. It would take a huge blow to get these things out. I'm getting absolutely fantastic temperatures even with SLI. When I'm running this, if I run the 680 without SLI, my 680 doesn't break 42 Celsius in Battlefield 3 on Ultra. Whereas before, when it was water cooling, I was getting 70 C, so that's like a 30-degree drop just from the water cooling system. Previously, I had an H80 and a push-pull for the CPU, and I haven't seen a massive decrease in temperatures from the push-pull to the Koolance block, but I haven't seen a raise in temperature at all. I'd have to check some of my old temperatures to see, but I'm sure it's dropped a little bit, but not as much as the graphics card has, obviously. When I run it in SLI, my temperatures are a little higher for the water-cooled card. It's hitting about 60 to 65 C. And the secondary GTX 680 is only at around 40. So I mean, for now, I can do without the second water block. I mean, I really don't want to have to redo everything. I was kind of surprised when I got the GTX680. I wasn't expecting it when I got it, and if you know, if you got a second GTX680, you would not be able to put it in your system. So yeah, that's the update on my system so far. I'm almost done with it. I know one of these days I'm gonna crack and I'm gonna put that second water block on the GTX680, the secondary card, but I'm gonna wait. Everything is working great. I haven't had a single hiccup with this build from the start. I mean, everything has just been awesome. There was a while, you know, last time I had built a computer was like 2009, and you know, it gave me a bunch of troubles, and I actually got out of the hobby for a while, and then I was looking at all the new parts and stuff, and I fell right back in, and I'm having a great time. So yeah, I can't really think of anything else other than Koolance. Thank you. You guys do some great stuff. I couldn't be happier with your water cooling system. I'll give you a shot of the CD drive bay pump reservoir. So as you can see, it just slides into your CD drive. It's a little dark, and then you have all these various settings. It's actually got a fan controller on it, and it tells you, and you can actually get one that will tell you the temperature of the fluid. So when I initially got this, I thought this was going to be the coolant temperature, but it's actually different temperature probes. So yeah, this thing is really good. You know, it makes it a lot cleaner in your case, that you don't have to have a big reservoir and pump mounted somewhere. And I want to keep this case really neat, because anyone who tells you they're not water cooling partially for aesthetics is just lying. I'm sorry, but I mean, you do get great temperatures. So there's my system. I hope you guys like it. I highly recommend the 650D case. Looks awesome. I've named my system the Batman build because it looks very Batman-ish with its black and blue. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just leave a comment if you got any questions. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I'll make another video once I got that secondary card water cooled, so you guys can check that out too. So yeah, peace out.